I'm back. A couple of videos today. I might get 3 done. I don't know. I have several things and they kind of stack up on me and I should spread them out and I just don't because there are days I just feel like doing videos. Pardon the do-rag. I mean, don't pardon the do-rag. I like that. It's sliding up, so if I keep yanking at it, pardon that. But what I want to go over today is a Samsung. Now you can see what's at the other side of my room. I shouldn't do that, huh? In case it's really messy. Samsung Galaxy Tab 2. Let me show you the box really quickly. I got this. This is it. This is the box. So you can see what it is. It's the 7-inch tablet. And I got the 7-inch tablet for a specific reason. And I'll tell you why I got this. This is as a replacement for my second piece of crap Kindle that failed on me. I had one of the second generation Kindles with the keyboard. And I had it for several years. And then last year, not too long before my birthday, it just died. The screen just, it was like a burned in image and it wouldn't turn on, wouldn't turn off, nothing happened. So I just figured, well, you know, I've had it several years, whatever, it finally died. I ordered a Kindle Touch, or no, I bought a Kindle Touch at Best Buy. It's a good thing I bought the protection plan. I learned my lesson after my first MacBook died and I had all my pictures on it and didn't have a protection plan, didn't have anything. It was within the, was just out of the, you know, the regular warranty you get. With the new MacBook, I bought the protection plan. I learned my lesson really hard, or really well. I mean, it was a hard lesson. So I bought the protection plan for it, bought the Kindle Touch, had it, I bought it in April of this year, and it died about 3 weeks ago. I took it back to Best Buy. Best Buy says, you broke the screen. I was absolutely furious. Let me tell you guys, I had it in a case that I would show you, but I can't, it's right here somewhere, but I had a little, it was one of those padded hardcover cases. Had it in a case the whole time. I don't pack my Kindle all over the place because I don't go that many places. It sat on a bookshelf when it was at home. I did not break the screen, but they're saying because of the way the image was burned, the exact same thing happened. There was like a burned-in image, and the gal there said, well, see this little star? That means the screen is broken. Well, first of all, I think that's complete and utter horseshit, and I'm ashamed of Best Buy and Amazon both for screwing people that way because that's just wrong. But they wouldn't hear anything about it, and it's a good thing I bought the protection plan because they made me use it. But it ended up really well. Or so far it has. So I told her, I said, you know, I don't want to throw good money after bad. I don't want to replace it with another Kindle that's going to go dead in 3 months. Is this something that happens all the time? And she said they often have problems with the e-ink readers. And I'm sure some of you have had your Kindle Touch or whatever for a long time. It's probably hit and miss, like all electronics now. They just make disposable pieces of shit, including Apple, and expect you to just pony up several $100s every, you know, year and a half, or even worse, every 3 months. And it's just outrageous, and it just bespeaks the condition of things that are made today. You just can't hardly get a decent anything anymore, unless it's handmade by someone and you pay an outrageous fortune for it. So anyway, it was just one of those things. But I told her I didn't want to throw good money after bad. I didn't want to keep buying protection plans every 3 months. Was there a viable option to a Kindle? And so she showed me other Kindles. I really didn't want another Amazon product. I will never buy another Amazon-made electronic device ever, ever, ever. I've had 2 die now, and that's just horrible. And then the fact that they didn't take it back because it was well within the... I mean, I bought it in April. This is now October. So it was well within their time limit for a crappy device. But at any rate... So, and then the guy that was with her, because by now I'm talking to the manager because I was absolutely furious. So the guy with her says, well, you could get a tablet, an Android tablet, and just use the Kindle app. Well, of course I perked up because I love Android anyway. Had not considered a tablet, although I had considered it because my MacBook is such a piece of shit. I had really considered purchasing a tablet as a laptop replacement. I had talked to people on Twitter about laptop replacements. I really hadn't, you know, made any decisions, but because I load pictures with a card, it really is not a good replacement for me, and we'll have to replace my laptop next year. But this was the outlay of cash was not that much more, and it provided me with so much more functionality that I went ahead and did it. So that's the whole sordid 5-minute story. But this is, it has a camera on the back. It has a camera on the front for Skype. You can see that right there is the front camera, so you can do Skype. There's the screen on it. Oh, anyway, so the whole point to that stupid story is that that's the reason I bought the 7-inch, because technically it's a Kindle replacement, not a tablet to replace my laptop. When it updated, it now has Jelly Bean operating system, which is the most current Android operating system. When I first got it, it did not have 7 screens, as I recall. It had 5. I'm sorry, I made a mess. These are the screens up top. If you know anything about Android, it works exactly like it works exactly like an Android phone. So if you know anything about Android, it's the exact same thing. These are all apps that I've put on it, except for Play Store and settings. Down here at the bottom, you tap this, and it gives you your notifications, your settings. It gives you the quick access to Wi-Fi, screen brightness, power saving, GPS. I don't know why you would ever need a GPS on a Wi-Fi device. That is so stupid. It's not a 3 or 4G device. It's a Wi-Fi only. Why you would put a GPS on a Wi-Fi device is absolutely beyond me. That's just retarded. You could just use Google Maps. You could just go online to Google wherever you were and use that. But screen does obviously rotate. It's a beautiful screen. I don't know the resolution, and I'm not really that techie. I can look at it and say, oh wow, I really like that, or that sucks, I hate it. So you can flip across the screens just like any Android device. These keep rolling around, so you will eventually get back to the home screen. And I've put a lot of really neat apps on it, so at some point I should do an app video. But I really, really like this, and I'm finding that I'm using my laptop less and less. However, it's not a laptop replacement, and this is why. It's much easier to consume content on this than it is to create content. It's very frustrating, say, to even comment on a blog post, because you have to touch little bitty spaces, and it takes it a couple minutes to register, or not a couple minutes, it doesn't take that long. It takes it a few seconds to register. I'm so sorry. Closed door means nothing. At any rate, as I was saying, I'll make an app video at some point, probably, but it's not a laptop replacement device, unless the only reason you're using your laptop is to consume content. If you're not using your laptop because you take pictures and then plug in a card reader, if you're not using the disk drive, if you're not using the USB ports to hook to anything else, this is fine, and you can get away with that. And some people probably can, because I have to tell you that for the most part, I use my laptop to get on the internet. And so what's really nice about this is that it's so incredibly portable. So this I can pack around the house. Our Wi-Fi is good enough that I can take it outside. The screen is far brighter and far better than my MacBook. And let me say it again, my MacBook is a piece of crap. I will never buy another Apple device, ever, 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 ever. The screen is far better than the one on my MacBook, so I can brighten enough to actually see it outside. So you can use this in not bright sunlight, because I'm not sure anybody makes a screen that you can use in bright sunlight, but it is visible outside, and you can brighten the screen, and it's really conveniently right in these settings. This is the screen brightener right here. The thing is fantastic for what it was built for. I absolutely love it. I take it to work, hook it up to the Wi-Fi at work, and can use it on my breaks, or, you know, I can get the work email on that. I can see my personal, I can hear my personal email when it comes through on this. I have it set to a knocking tone, so it knocks when I have email. The thing is fantastic. For what it is, like I said, if you're only using your laptop as a content consumption device, you could get away with replacing your laptop with this. If you're using your laptop to load photos or as a content creation device, it would be really difficult. But you could have this and a cheap laptop and be fine. You could buy a much less expensive than a laptop, and it's very easy to buy a much less expensive laptop than a Mac, because you know, you can buy a nice Windows machine, a nice PC, a nice damn it, Microsoft machine, runs on the Microsoft operating system for far, far cheaper than you can buy a Mac that's going to fall apart in the same amount of time anyway, and you're going to pay an outrageous premium for. So you could buy this and then buy a much cheaper laptop and get by with that. You know, if you don't need a whole lot of power on your laptop, you're not a designer, you're not doing a lot of creation with Excel or Word or something like that, where you have to have a high-powered laptop, or you're not a gamer, you could get away with having a tablet and a less expensive laptop. I wouldn't do the 7-inch tablet if I was, excuse me, I'm sorry. If I was going to try to replace my laptop, or I was going to use it as an adjunct for my laptop and do content creation on it, I probably would not buy the 7-inch. But to hold, like you're going to hold a Kindle to read, you can't hold a 10-inch comfortably, and this is not as comfortable as the Kindle. It's obviously heavier, it's a little bit larger. I clearly need a case for it, but I really hesitate to do that. I don't like device cases, and I don't pack this around too many places. If I was very mobile with it, I would immediately have bought a hard case. I don't like them, but it does make it a little more difficult to grip and to hold. You can hold it, you know, like you do a book, and I do, but it's a little more difficult. It's often easier to do it in landscape orientation. So yeah, the device itself is fantastic. I have not for 1 minute regretted the purchase. Regretted the purchase, excuse me. I find myself using it more and more and more. I find myself using it as the go-to device instead of the laptop for a lot of things. This morning I did the Filofaxy web finds on this, and it was far faster than my piece of crap laptop. I had read 5 articles by the time my laptop finally hooked up to one. For whatever reason, my laptop's gotten to the point where if there's a video embedded in anywhere on the page, that it just locks up and it takes forever to open it. But so I highly recommend the Samsung Galaxy Tab 2. They make obviously a 10-inch as well. I have no issues with recommending the Samsung at all. I think it's fabulous. By the way, there's 8 gigs on board. I haven't even touched that, but it has a micro SD slot, and it is expandable up to 32 gigs. So plenty of space on it. I haven't even touched the 8 gigs, but I also don't put a bunch of music and movies on it. I'd rather watch stuff online and not store it on my device. And music, you know, I'm more apt to hook up to something like Slacker Radio to listen to than the music that I have like on my iTunes. So I'm not a big music consumer. That would be a concern too if you needed the space for that, but you could just add the micro SD card and get, you know, 32 gigs is plenty of space for most people on most devices. Anyway, this is highly recommended. Is it a laptop replacement? That really depends on how you use your laptop and how much power, how much processing power, how much storage, how much oomph that you need out of your device. Because, I mean, let's be honest, a tablet still can't touch a laptop for pure processing power. Anyway, if you have any questions, let me know, and I will see you soon for my next video. Thanks for watching.